Now, John, I didn't see this video before you came in my live. I swear to God. I swear to God. If I would have seen it, I would have had some different energy for you. I ain't gonna even hold you, but I'm still glad you came through. You come through again tomorrow, man. We can chop it up again. It's all good. But this shit right here got to be addressed.
I collab with Braun so funny. So Monday and Tuesday, I was really locked in on that, right? Yesterday, I was kind of recovering, running around with them young boys. Man, I had ice the knees, but it was different. I wake up this morning, I start checking my mentions. I'm beefing. I'm beefing. I didn't even know that public defender. I didn't even know we was beefing.
Um, I think you guys think that I know y'all personally or something like that. I don't. I don't have a beef with y'all. I mean, as far as like, it's okay. My whole thing is I like to combat against misogynistic takes. I take down red pill content. I take down, I meet it head on. That's what I do, right? Everybody has their thing. Your thing is, gaslighting women and trying to manipulate women into believing that not all men are bad and whatever, right? Like, so my thing is I fight against misogyny. I fight against the patriarchy and all systems of oppression, not just those, not just the patriarchy. I don't like capitalism. I'm anti-racist. All my politics align up. I've had this discussion a million times with people that's been in my lives, right? So you taking it personal as if I'm beefing with you personally, it really, I mean, you can take it that way if you would like, but really I'm just talking about your content. That's it. That's the beef is your content. That's the beef. It's not you. I don't know shit about you.
I gotta talk back. I would at you. I don't know your at.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You know my at, you know my name. You just said it. Public offender. You found me today in the life. You know me, but it's all good. I don't give a fuck though. I think this shit is hilarious.
Really, you and Benny beefing.
Nope, I'm not beefing with Benny either. Benny is mad because I stomped him and whomped him. I'm not beefing with Benny. There's once again, listen to watch the whole shit play out. Tell me when I got personal with Benny. I wasn't bringing up personal shit about Benny. I didn't talk about his looks. I didn't talk about how much money he made. I didn't do none of that shit. Everything that I said about Benny, and for the most part, say about Benny has everything to do with the things that he does and says on this app and his takes. Same thing with you. I made a video about you. I'm gonna make another one about you. You are a bad take machine, John. You and Benny, you guys are a gold mine for a man like me, right? All you do is have bad takes, but I like y'all takes because you and Benny like to position yourselves as like, I'm not red pilled, but everything you do and say is actually red pilled. So to me, y'all are really the most insidious motherfuckers on this app, right? Like, I don't really necessarily mind, I guess, to a certain extent, the dudes who really be like just red pilled out. Like, that's their thing, right? Like, they're Republicans. You know where they coming from. Y'all are the wolves in sheep's clothing. So yeah, I'm really gonna press y'all.
You said, "What's wrong with women responding to the trauma that men have put them through?" That I say nothing. Nothing wrong with that. Really, that's smart. Don't let that shit happen twice. Okay? But that's not the point I was making.
Even that right there, I'll just stop it right there. Those types of takes, right? Those types of takes are exactly what I'm talking about. That's the she should have chose better, right? Right? Like, you let it happen twice. So let me go to the will of abuse, right? The will of violence, the will of power control, whatever. I don't know the exact name of it, but let me read it again. Minimizing, denying, and blaming. Making light of the abuse and not taking her concerns about it seriously, saying the abuse didn't happen, shifting responsibility for abusive behavior, saying she caused it. That is an example. Once again, you, John, and Benny, you guys have that problem. You guys keep doing that. Oh, don't let it happen again. How would she stop it? if she meets another abusive man, why is that her fault, right? So nah, that's what I'm saying. This shit is insidious. So I'm gonna push back against this shit every time.
That's not the point I was making at all. The point that I was making is that Drew makes content for women who hate all men. And
No, she doesn't. She makes content for women to protect themselves against men who hate them. She makes content for women to help protect themselves against the men who hate them. So it's so funny that You just said, don't let it happen twice. Drew makes content for the women that it already happened once to, right? And she's telling them, yeah, hate all men, right? Until you meet a man that's worth you not hating, right? Now, y'all could take the word hate, and it's a strong word. I get it. But the treatment of women is extreme in and of itself, and men already hate women. So it's only right for women to hate men. The only difference is when women hate men, they stay away from men. When men hate women, they go to women and try to hurt them. So I don't give a fuck about women hating men. And this is Benny's problem, and this is your problem. Y'all both got the same fucking problem. This is y'all both have the same problem.
Says that shit in her content. So I put a post of Drew that you go find on her page right now, saying some shit like, please don't quote me, go look for it yourself.
I saw it.
Says some shit like, when women say they hate all men, I don't blame them. You should. And then the guest was like, no, I really do hate all men. And she was like, as you should. You should feel that way.
Yep.
The thing I say is that all men are guilty until proven innocent.
So, like I told Benny, and like I'll tell you, Drew doesn't hate all men. She hated all men up until she found a man worth not hating. That's what happened. She's saying that worked for me. Women are saying, I'm just gonna abstain from men because the way y'all treat me makes me hate y'all. The way y'all treat us makes me hate y'all. It is, you guys are mad at the responsive or the reflexive abuse, right? You call it reflexive abuse or whatever they want to call it. That's all it is. The women are responding to the abuse. Once again, what's the problem? You don't want to understand it though, because you and Benny are the type, you guys are the men that are trying to sheep herd women into dangerous relationships. Like I said, you guys are abuse recruiters. You guys are abuse recruiters, right? So you will tell women yeah, we get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, he abused you. Don't let it happen again, right? While simultaneously acting like these women are crazy or they're irrational or they're just as problematic as the men who have hurt them. Like, you can't have it both ways, bro. You got to make a decision. You got to be on one side or the other.
That's why I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? I alluded to a video that Dr. Keefe made where he was talking about how women will have a child with a man. That child happens to be a girl. Now she doesn't want that man to change that girl's diaper, which is more than likely a response to some traumatic experience she had when she was a young girl. Those feelings are valid. We understand them. But that should absolutely never stop a man from changing his daughter. I'm not guilty of anything. I've lived a very intentional life. I'm a square. I went from high school to college to work. I don't know what the fuck. I've never essayed anyone, beat anyone.
I bet you don't know if you've ever essayed a woman. I bet money. I bet money you don't understand consent. I challenge you to come on my live tomorrow and we could talk about consent. The concept of consent. I'm not going to give it away right now. I bet money you don't know. I bet you you've essayed your wife. Sorry. I would bet money on it. I would bet a lot on it.
One done anything to any child, anyone underage? No, none of that. Why the fuck would I be subject to questioning about those things?
Because most men have done those things. That's the point. Probably even you. I can almost guarantee you based on your rhetoric, because you are completely oblivious to what's going on. And the men that are completely oblivious to what's going on are definitely the men that are committing these acts against women. That's definitely committing this abuse against women. Yes, that's why y'all can never shame me when I say that. I abuse a woman or I abuse women, and I'm talking about things like cheating. I'm talking about things like lying and manipulating and blaming them for stuff like that and gaslighting them. I've done all of those things. You haven't? You've never done that to any woman. You've never done that to your wife. Oh, okay, cool. If I'm the only one, I'll be the only one. I guess I'm the one that has made every man on the planet have this. I'm the one that's given every man on the planet a bad name. Okay, cool.
I won't be trying to prove my innocence to a situation I was never guilty of.
Nobody's asking you to, but the same way that you would understand you being apprehensive with a police officer, you not, being trusting of a police officer, because of the history of policing in this country is the same way that women are with men. And the thing you're describing is so fucking rare. Like, how many women are out here afraid to let their the father of their children change their little girl's diapers? Like, that shit don't fucking happen, bro. Like, come on, fam. That shit don't happen. So yeah, that's like that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, I'm not saying that the woman saying that makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying, like, her reaction to that. Okay, like you said, you understand it. It's a reaction to her trauma. It's a reaction to her abuse. Okay, fine. There's other layers to that. One of them being that more than likely the man hasn't made her feel comfortable, right? I know y'all don't want to have that conversation because the man can't be responsible for shit in that situation. You just gonna blame it on her past trauma. Fine, whatever. I don't even want to talk to you about that. But what I'm saying is the likelihood of that, the amount of men that has actually happened to, is inconsequential compared to the amount of women who have suffered the abuse. The woman who was SA'd that caused that trauma, there are there are a million more of those women versus the one woman who doesn't want the father of her child to change her little daughter's diaper, right? Shit, most women gotta ask a motherfucker to change their kid's diaper. You see what I'm saying? So stop with the gaslighting. It's not that big of an issue. That's not the issue. You making a mountain out of a fucking molehill.
You know what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. That's what got Emmett Till killed.
That's not what got Emmett Till killed. That's not what got Emmett Till killed. What got Emmett Till killed was racism. Stop it, Benny. This is top. Sorry, John. I'm sorry. You and Benny act the same. This. I'm having the same argument. This is why I say I can do a live. I can do a debate with John, Benny, Guru. All of y'all could come in a live. I'll line it up against all of y'all because all y'all gonna say the same shit. Because you saying the same shit Benny was saying. Oh, that's not on me. I shouldn't have to suffer from that. Why not? See, y'all don't understand the concept of equity. You want everything to be equal. You want to be able to say, I didn't do that. She should just restart her clock every single time she meets a new man. She needs to restart her perception of every single man when she meets him. No, that's not how it works. I would rather women be protected. I would rather women be safe than to make sure that I don't get offended by something. Because let me tell you something. Even if my wife felt like that about me changing my child's diaper, it wouldn't be that long of a conversation. I promise you, I would do what it would take to show her that, you know what I mean? Like that, like, you don't got to worry about me if I haven't already, but I probably would have more. I would have already done that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. It's like, I'm not worried about that. It's the same way y'all be talking about, well, a woman could file a false claim. Sir, I am so not worried about a fucking false claim. Y'all don't even understand how it is so unlikely that a false claim ever gets made. So unlikely, right? The majority of the time when false claims are made against men for SA and things of that nature, the assault actually happened. They just got the person wrong. So it was a mistaken identity. It wasn't like they come in and they're like, John broke my heart. I'm going to say he raped me. Like, that's not what women are doing. It's like, somebody raped me. They look like John. They look like this man. I'm saying, oh, and then they point you out in the lineup and it's like, that's him. That happens. Same thing happened with the one lady that was she was the Lovely Bones lady. She was raped. She was raped. The woman that they wrote the story Lovely Bones about, she was raped. But it wasn't by the man who ultimately paid, who got arrested for it and served a lot of time. It wasn't by him. But she did get raped. So yeah, the system ain't perfect. People ain't perfect. She did not intentionally go after that man, though. She didn't just say random one day, like, I just feel like getting somebody locked up, opened up their door and was like, let me go see. Like, that's not what happened. But y'all being so afraid of that makes me think, these men are not to be trusted, because I don't even think about that shit.
But none of y'all can see that because you're drowning in your traumatic experiences and you're trying to make it everyone else's problem.
Who? I'm not drowning in anybody's experiences or trauma. Not my own, not nobody else's. But I do acknowledge women's trauma. I acknowledge people's trauma, but I definitely acknowledge women's trauma 100% in this case. See, because like I said, let me go back to it. Minimizing, denying, and blaming. I'm not making light of the abuse and not taking her concerns about it seriously, saying the abuse didn't happen, shifting responsibility for abusive behavior, saying she did, saying she caused it. I'm not going to do that, right? I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that she's safe and she's happy, and I mean that for all women.
Anyway, at the end of the video, we start having a handsome conversation about who's the handsomest. I've said time and time again on this app, I always say it at least once or twice a week. I am not here for the ladies. I'm here for the guys.
Pause.
I'm married. I say that 37,264 times a week. I am not here to try to impress the women. But even me, fresh woke up, I still got morning breath. I still got to hit the toothbrush. I'm the handsomest.
And that's fine. See, this part was funny to me. I ain't gonna even hold you. I thought this shit was funny. I don't give a fuck. Y'all being so concerned with who's more handsome. It's okay, brother. You got it. You got it. Y'all won. You and Benny both. Y'all can have each other for all I care. I don't give a fuck. I swear to God, I don't care. I couldn't care less. But if you want, see, I could roast. And I'll be telling y'all, be careful what you fish for. You fucking with something like a pro here. Like, stop. You seen what I did to your boy Benny? Don't end up on that Summer Jam screen, John. Keep it cute. Keep it demure. Be mindful.
Both y'all ugly. How about that? Bro said Benny looked like a snapping turtle.
Hey, man. The craziest thing is him laughing at his homie. That's how you know. That's how you know. You should have known right there. You had to cackle at the shit, and this is your own homeboy. Come on, man. You don't want it with me, John.
But the public defender.
Offender. Public offender. You know my name.
You look a little ashy. I ain't gonna lie.
You lying. You lying. I don't look ashy. They was on you. They was on your bumper today. They was on your bumper today, John. The homegirl told you to use Aquaphor and not Carmex, my brother. They said you was looking ashy. Ain't nobody ever told me I'll be looking ashy, fam. I'm not surrounded by a cloud of dust. I'm not like you dusties.
You know what? Wait right there. Don't go nowhere. Let me show you what to do, big dog. You need a glass of water. You need a skincare routine. Let me help you out. Because you look like a recovering crackhead. Hold on. You got to shower. Your face still hot and moist. Rub that down with that right there. Yeah. Let that dry.
You're not supposed to put hot water on your face. See what I'm saying? Because that shit open you. I mean, well, I guess you can. You're supposed to wash it off with the cold water though to close your pores back up. But anyways, though, yeah, it was funny. I appreciate the skincare routine. I'm good over here though, but I do want to get into these comments because these comments was diabolical. These comments was crazy. Look at this shit. Look at these numbnuts. Public defender. Guys like that are what I call wolves in sheep clothing. He allegedly beats women while in the same breath says all men are bad. Men like him are, but as long as women see the sheep. So Mr. Leonard Thomas, I've never said that I beat a woman. Never said it before. If I said it, see, the thing about this is the internet is a wild place. But let me tell you something. If I had ever said that, as much as you weird niggas be hating on me, it would be on the internet. You wouldn't have to wonder if I said it. It would be on the internet. Right? I've never said that. Okay? Even Rick comes in and says, come on, I don't agree with Buddy, but you can't just claim he beating on women, man. I'm not. It was brought up in Benny's live by people who knew him. Also, I did put allegedly. Nobody knew me in Benny's live, Leonard. What are you talking about? By who? People that know me online? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean it was brought up? People in Benny's live like you, weirdos, that be hating from the outside of the club, jumped on and started talking shit and lying about me like you're doing right now. That's all. That's the only thing that happened. That's it. But once again, I don't mind. I'm open to talking about abuse and the abuse of women that I have participated in and contributed to and done. Because I want to stop it. I want to be better. I'm not here to lie about it. but I haven't done this. I've never done it before. You guys are just saying stuff. It's all good. Let's keep going. I got to see that one. I don't believe that. Maybe some the fuck boy womanizer shit, but beating women, I don't think so. Yeah, I was a womanizer. Yep, I was a fuck boy. I've spoken about it many a times. I'm 40 fucking 2. I've been with my wife for 17 years. This shit is not new. Like, this isn't like, oh man, I just recovered 2 weeks ago. Like, nigga, I've been not in the game since I was 24 years old. What are y'all talking about? I met my wife when I was 23. We've been together for 17 years, going on 18 years. What are y'all talking about? Y'all literally are just making shit up. It's really funny. Not saying I believe it either, but guys like that usually are overcompensating for something. If they hate LGBTQ plus, they be in the closet themselves. They point the finger. Yeah, I don't hate LGBTQ plus. And listen to Leonard. Not saying I believe it. Then why repeat it, Leonard? Just grasping that straw. They're just hoping, and you guys are gonna see. You're gonna see a common theme here. Let's get to the common theme. Most men pandering to women on this app have been shown to be abusive in real life or messing with minors, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys something that's going to blow your mind. I'm not even going to deny that. I'm going to say true, whatever. I agree. But here's the thing. Most of the men who are red-pilled, the John Cannons, the Bennies, Benny is abusive. I just saw Benny in another lot. He was calling a woman, he was saying, shut your dick sucking lips to this woman, and called her and then he called Drew Afualo a bitch on his own page. Like, what are you talking about? That is abusive. That y'all not understanding. Y'all not able to clock shit. Go find any content of mine. Go find any live of mine where I am disparaging women. And when I say that, I'm saying like, even just like in some way, shape, or form. Like this is a tough act to keep up. I don't think y'all understand. If you guys are trying to claim that this is an act, this is a tough act to keep up. Like I haven't done anything like that. Like I've never called a woman out of her name. I've never disrespected a woman that, I mean, outside of just calling them out on their problematic behavior when they attack me personally, or maybe when they were, talking about a topic, but never anything out of pocket. I've responded to attacks from me, but I still didn't meet their attacks with the same energy. I wasn't calling them out of their name or being disrespectful. I don't need to do that. It actually works better when you don't do that, especially as a man, right? Because it's real easy to like not listen to anything a man says once he starts being disrespectful to a woman, right? So I don't punch down on women. That's not my thing. That's y'all shit. So let me put the sandwich together for you. If the vast majority of the red pill men are abusive and most of the men who are pandering to women are abusive, you put them together, most men are abusive, which is what I be telling y'all all the fucking time. So why are y'all acting like this shit is crazy? Why are you acting like what I'm saying don't make sense? Your people, y'all proving y'all look, John, your people's proving it right here. Look at this. Public defender. It's public offender. Public defender sounds like the next Medusa judgment. No, I'm not a child. I'm not 20-something years old. I'm not broke. I'm not trying to manipulate a woman. I am married. How the fuck do I sound like that man? Y'all just saying anything. Whatever the next nigga is. I'm Derek Jackson. I'm Medusa's this. I'm Papillon. I'm all these dudes are different. But I'm one of them. They all got different messages. They're all different, but I'm one of them. I seen public defender video all morning out the blue. Yes, public defender. I hate that guy. Fat kid. Never seen this guy in my life. Hate. So, Benny, fat kid hates me. He hates me. I'm sorry, John. Fat kid hates me. Cool. Is that okay? Hate me? I never said anything to this guy. I've never done anything to this guy. He hates me for how I treat problematic men. You ain't deleted his post. You're not talking to him talking about hate is a strong word, sir. We can't be hating on men. Why are you paying? Why is public offender paying? You're not doing that to him. Buddy is straight clown. He act the way he does because he's guilty and feeling bad from his own actions. Sir, I do feel guilt. I do feel guilty for the way that I've treated women. I do. I have a ton of remorse and empathy now because of that. I don't know why y'all acting like these things like so you don't feel guilty for how you treated people if you wronged them. You don't feel guilty for contributing to problematic behaviors. You don't feel guilty to causing people harm and hurt. You don't feel guilty? Okay, I do. I checked on my computer this morning and PD says F Nelly, FTI, F John Cannon. I'm like, why? Nope, I didn't say that. I didn't say F anybody. Y'all ain't beefing at all. Body Bags Bari says, y'all ain't beefing at all. He's building up his Medusa's judgment bag. Let him get his followers so he can enjoy the slip up later. This is the common theme. They actually think that they are proving exactly what I'm saying, that most men are bad. They're also proving Drew right in this video. So the men who advocate for men to be better, they're all bad. They can't be trusted. The good guys. This is what I'm saying. The women are saying public offender, he's a good guy. I'm saying I'm not even saying this by myself. I'm saying let's play the scenario out. The women are saying public offender is a good guy. Some women are, right? These guys are saying, no, he's not. I don't have any proof, but I know men, and no man is good. No man is that good. So just watch. No man is that good. Just watch. But when I say that it's all men till it's no men, y'all go, why should I have to pay for the sins of every other man? Ain't that what you doing to me right now? Am I not paying for the sins of Medusa's revenge and Jackson, Derek Jackson, and Papian, and all these other idiots you compare me to? Am I not paying for their sins? It makes sense. You understand it's all men till it's no men then, but when the women say it, nah, you got to press back against it. I'm okay. You can lump me in with those idiots. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's perfectly okay. Ain't no mystery in my history. Ain't no downfall waiting to happen. I'm not scared of none of that shit. That's why I be so bold with it, fam, because I'm not worried about shit. Let's see. John always standing 10 toes on business. Is he? Y'all some cyber slurpers. The cyber slurping in this video is crazy. There was some other shit in here. I have zero sympathy for any black male creator that do content for a black female audience. It's almost like we never learn that these women will do anything to hurt your pocket if they can't control you. This isn't problematic. This doesn't show the disdain for women, black women specifically. This dude's a straight up mino. Black female audience. What? They really hate when men value themselves. Weird. The dudes that ask for hugs in high school, this is what they do now. John says they are itching for female validation. Dr. Keith and John Cannon, I really got to tell y'all something, sir. Y'all really need to know something. And here's where I'm like, this is how I know men can't vet. Because what about me makes y'all think that I wasn't like, are you guys like at this point, I know y'all lying to yourselves, because outside of this, like when I wasn't, before I started making this content, every man, I'm not every man, but the vast majority of men in my that met me, that like people gravitate towards me. Like I literally have been on stages in front of thousands of people. Like I'm charismatic. Like this is not me bigging myself. I'm just being honest, bro. I've never had a problem with having friends, having male friends. I've never been bullied. I've never been picked on. I mean, people have attempted to, but I'm saying it's never been a sustained thing. I ain't no scary nigga. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I've never had a problem with women ever. Not ever a day in my life. So y'all, like, the only problems I've ever had with women are the ones that I've created. I've never had a problem getting women. Women have been attracted to, like, who fucking cares? Y'all still living in high school. Y'all always go back to high school. Look, Dr. Keith, the dudes that ask for hugs in high school. Nigga, I'm 42. The fuck are you talking about? Get out of high school, bro. We are grown men. We are grown men, sir. They're itching for female validation. No. John said, I'm here for the fellas. You're right. That was the only honest thing you said in that video. John, you're here for the fellas validation. You're here for the validation of men. We know. Wu said, Public is a self-proclaimed ex-womanizer and F-boy. I don't know what gives these dudes the audacity to try and chastise anyone. Woos, all you dudes, I want y'all to huddle up real quick, right? Now I'm from the hood. Some of y'all from the hood. John, you're not from the hood. Maybe you could listen to this and you might get it. You might learn something. But as a hood nigga, I remember growing up and I remember being, I would say I was gang affiliated, right? You know what I'm saying? I grew up in an all Crip neighborhood. I grew up in Long Beach, all Crip city for the most part. And I was gang affiliated. I ain't gonna even hold you. And I used to do stuff at school. I would show up to school probably reeking of marijuana because I started. This is junior high school. I'm seventh and eighth grade. I was on one. I still was getting decent grades. I was hooping. You know what I'm saying? I was playing football. I was a star athlete. I was a rapper. Like everybody liked me. Like it was none of that. I had troubles at home. Right? Nobody knew about. Long story short, they put me in a gang prevention or intervention program. Right? With me, it was like me and like 3 other boys in my class. One of those boys, his name was Raymond. Raymond went on to kill a boy, I think like that year or the next year. He killed a boy at the movie theater. When me and my teammates were downtown, I wasn't down. I'm sorry. We were supposed to go downtown. A few of my teammates went. I stayed back, and he ended up shooting this boy in the head in front of my friends, in front of my teammates on my football team, right? Dude, that's what they put me in a program with him. So I was really out there. I was wilding, right? And they didn't put the people that came to speak to us. They did not bring in priests and pastors and businessmen, and they didn't bring those people in. They brought in gang members. They took us to Los Padrinos. If you're from California, you know what I'm talking about. Los Padrinos was a youth facility, right? For wayward youth, as they would call it. Incarcerated youth. They took us to Los Padrinos, brought us in, put us in a room, and brought real life inmates, child inmates, brought them in there and was like, y'all don't want to be here type shit, right? Like on some scared straight shit. That's the type of shit I was on in junior high school, right? So I know though that to reach a certain demographic of people, you got to relate to them. You got to tell them like, yo, bro, I was where you are. I am who you are. I can connect with you. Woos, you would understand that if I was talking about anything else but this. If I was telling you, if I flipped my message around and I told y'all I used to be a nice guy, now I'm an asshole, right? You would be like, yup. You wouldn't be like, what is this fucking red pill dude talking about that he used to be a nice guy, now he's an asshole? How he shouldn't speak up because he used to be a nice guy. It's the same fucking stupid ass logic. I'm telling y'all to let y'all know I was a part of it. I am a part of it. I contribute to it. But here's how we're not going to contribute to it anymore. We got to do better. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. Y'all want me, you would prefer me to be the type of man to be like, I ain't never done nothing to no woman ever, and then talk to you. You wouldn't listen to that man either. It doesn't matter my background. Y'all just don't want to hear the message. I 100% agree. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about a different one. Look at this one. Uncle Kinfolk says his downfall going to be monumental. Okay. Cass spoke some sense. Public is Derek Jackson 2.0. Lame and lonely. I'm married, Big Bird. How am I lonely? With kids. Bro named Public Offender. Is it really worth it? Obviously. The men they pick that put them through that. The men in your comments, once again, proving to be abusers on here's what I'm saying. If you're not an abuser, John, why do you attract so many abusive men? What does that comment say? The men they pick that put them through that. Let's go back. I want to go back again. I'm going to read this every time. Minimizing, denying, and blaming. Making light of the abuse and not taking their concerns about it seriously. Saying the abuse didn't happen. Shifting responsibility for abusive behavior and saying she caused it. Shifting responsibility for abusive behavior and saying she caused it. The men they pick that put them through that. Sounds like shifting the blame onto the women, does it not? So y'all will be abusive in 4K online. But I got to tell you I was abusive. You would never have known if I never told you I was abusive. Because I don't do abusive things to women. Or I don't abuse women. Right? I'm not abusive to women online. So y'all are mad because I told y'all I was honest. You trying to hold that against me? Wicked work. Zabo, who has been on my live, who I have cooked many a times, or a few times even, I don't even know. Public offender is provided for by his wife, who's white. He's a walking hypocrisy. How is that? How is that so? I don't know if you know this, John. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think your wife is white, John. I'm pretty sure you got a white wife. I could be wrong though. So commenting this on John's video is a little funny to me. And I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I get the vibes that his wife is white, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong about that. Public offender is provided for by his wife. What is the relevancy of this comment? Do you guys see how y'all cannot engage with my actual content? So all I'm hearing is I can't wait for his downfall because you can't deal with me in real life. Y'all are equivalent of hoping Kobe Bryant sprains his ankle in a game. Like, oh shit, I hope Kobe get hurt in the second half. Like that's how y'all niggas sound. You hope I sprain my ankle, nigga? You hope I blow my Achilles out? Because you can't fuck with me because I'm going to drop 81 on you. Bet. I love it. Teacher Man, shout out Teacher Man. He said, I don't think public has beef with anyone. I don't. He just addressed what you said. Every disagreement ain't beef. Making sense. Making sense. Man, Javerine, I don't know, Javerine said, must have been paid to come at you, Benny. To come at you and Benny. Benny Ray. No, no, sir. I wasn't paid. Nobody paid me. I'll walk you through it real quick. I make anti-red pill content. Benny and John make red pill content. I debunk red pill content in real time. I follow John and Benny because they are bad take machines and they are insidious. So Benny was making problematic content. I made a video about him like a month ago. I follow Benny. I went into Benny's lives. I would want to listen to what Benny was talking about to see if he would be addressing some of his problematic content so I can engage with him in real, one-to-one. One day I stumbled upon his one of his lives, and he was talking about Drew Afualo. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me listen to this. I didn't see his video about her. I just listened to what he was saying. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I went and watched the video while he was on the live. Then I requested up. I started to engage with him. I started to cook him, and his moderator, he claims, dropped me. I think it was him. His moderator drops me. After that, I go back and stitch his video and make a video about it and make, do whatever I do, right? That's what I do, like I said. Then the video blows up. Drew Afualo sees it, and, Benny, I'm sorry, he was blocked. He had me blocked, by the way. Then he unblocks me. I go back on his live after he unblocks me because he's going live about Drew and me the next morning, crying and shit. I go back in his live. I cook him for like an hour and a half. I leave the live. After I leave the live, he starts lying on me, starts saying all this weird shit like all these people in his comments are saying. I just laugh at the shit. The next day, he blocks me after he makes a video about me. So I get the video. Somebody sends me the video. I download it. I go back to click on the video, and wouldn't you know it, he has me blocked. So now I'm blocked, but he's making videos about me and making lives and going live about me. That's what happened. That's the long and the short of it. I made a video where I stitched John, and that's it. And here we are. And I will continue to stitch John, and I will continue to stitch Benny, and I will continue to debunk their red pill talking points. Any of the rest of y'all. Yeah, buddy weird. Uh-oh. We got hold on, who we got here? We got a car selfie. We got a car selfie, y'all. We got a car selfie. We got multiple car selfies. This dude who looked like, what's that dude name? That be dancing. That be dancing from New York. The little light-skinned dude from New York that be dancing. I forget his name. Oh, my God. Look at this. Boy.
Take a nigga, bitch. She say, D-Lo, you be saucy, baby. Tired of fucking with them lame. Come forward with some bosses, baby. She don't want no puppy. She want a big dog.
Come on, dog. What year was this? Damn, this was this year? Wow, fam. Okay. Yeah, man. Y'all keep rocking out, though. At the end, you know, it is what it is. But, hey, you got it. That was diabolical. I'm sorry. That caught a nigga off guard. That was crazy. Yeah, but as you can see, none of these dudes really want. They don't really want it with me. I ain't gonna even hold you. They don't want it with me. John, be safe, man. But you can come back in the live. We can engage in the live. I'll be on live tomorrow.